Now, the fun thing about this game, I figured it'd be more interesting if I played two characters at once. I did map the controllers to do three, but apparently there is a hard limit of two inputs from one input source. Like man just said, I'm going to crush you, and this time he said Sonic. He says whichever player one's name is. He would have said Ray if I picked Ray for that. It's a little early to rest. Let's see if you can escape Eggman Island. Can you escape the terrors of this island? So, just before I have insisted that this probably happened before Sonic 1. This Looney Tunes ass arcade game. One of the main reasons for that is how panicked it is. Rather than thwarting Eggman, the three, or in this case two, were captured, and they have to escape an artificial island he made. Collect rings for a bonus. Oh, I'm gonna say that there's a little bit of a flashing warning if I get a good ring bonus, and during the... It's just a center top screen, but it's really annoying. Okay. The percentage is highlighted. The screen transition's less annoying, but it's still pretty annoying. This part here, like that, it annoys my eyes, so it's probably not great photosensitivity. I think that was I've got you now. Well, that did a lot of damage. Rings are a bonus, but they also will restore your health. There goes Sonic. He's dead. Oh, well, I guess I'm Ray now. Or Mighty now. This was Ray and Mighty's introduction. If this takes place before Sonic 1, then it's likely that, as I claimed, it probably still isn't Sonic's first encounter with Eggman, but he likely captured these three because they're the ones who will most likely thwart his plans. On my... There we go. I want it to be Sonic again. Like, no shade to Mighty. I'm trying to run him for Sonic GT, but... I started with Sonic. He's the main guy. And this island is off in the ocean, connected to a bigger island, which I assume is South Island. I'll blow you away. I'll bet he will. Oh. There's no surviving ant lions, I guess. Here we go. Oh. When they're lined up like this, it's a lot easier. Oh, bye, Ray. I probably could do this pretty decently if I were, doing one player at this point. Come on. Get out of there. The sand is moving left and right. Yeah, this is a very, like, weird game in terms of Sonic games. Most Sonic arcade games were very weird. There's one that's basically a shoot-'em-up. Sonic gets in a little spaceship to save little animals that are on a space station. It's not over. Ray picking up the or Mighty picking up the speed. This is Trap Tower. I do have the sensitivity for the trackpad when mapped to my joypad at 180%. Otherwise I would be going way too slow. This is a 32-bit game. Apparently the machine it was on they use similar technology to the 32X. But they could never really port this to anything because of how weird the trackpad makes emulation. I can agree from experience. Great. Oh, you Looney Tunes ass. That's what I mean. Like there's like a silliness to it, almost. I need y'all to fucking line up. Also part of the reason I wish I was Sonic again. Nice! so you can hear how much he just yells. They all yell, because they're all panicking. It's just like a part of why I don't feel like this is... Like, I've established 1, 2, and 3 happen consecutively, but even, like, happening before 1, or after 1, this would be like... Sonic is better at outrunning Eggman's stuff. And... Oh, bye, Maggie. There we go. Where you at, bud? And he's just more proactive by Sonic 1. And for sure, that's like Eggman's trying to take over South Island instead of just whatever he's been heckling people with prior. Oh boy. This isn't even the hard part of this level. Bye, Ray. This is the hard part. It's like impossible to not fall in. No matter how unsensitive the trackpad is. Like, you try and jump when just going in one direction and you'll, like, bounce off of everything for some reason. And you lose, like, literally half of your health if you fall in the water. What is this, chemical plant? Still not over. Of course it's... Come on. These things are so... selective of whether or not they let you pass. And if they hurt you. I'm losing my score because I'm not, like, immediately continuing. Whatever. Bye, Sonic. Alright. This is going smoothly now. Okay. We should get hit by those razor blades. Or swords. Sonic, hurry up. Well, can't continue from here. So I guess it's up to me as Ray, which is good because... Damn it. This is the end. The tower's going to blow. This part's actually extremely difficult to do with 2 characters because they just keep falling off the side and stopping the screen. And if you don't get to the bottom in time, you lose. Okay, we retroactively saved Sonic and Muddy. That's some art right there. Seems like a quick game. I would have used a lot less coins, hypothetically, if I were doing one player. I still don't think I'd be able to beat this all in one credit, though. Especially not with, the waterway. It's way quieter than it was before. The music is not particularly great. It's charming. It's not like I should have stayed home. And he ran out of power. I wonder what he's going to use now to gain power. Out of ranking. Okay. Yeah, that was the origin of Mighty and Ray, and that was 1992 game, so... this is Sonic 1 Master System remake. And do I want to do the remakes first? No, I'll stick to the original. It gives Sonic all the fixins, you know, spin dash, drop dash. Adds all these characters to it. It was just Sonic originally. But other than that, if you hit original, this is just the original 8-bit version of Sonic 1. Except they changed how you get the Chaos Emeralds, and also how many Chaos Emeralds there are, and also the colors of the Chaos Emeralds. I think I established before they were all blue in the original version. Because that's the first one you get. This changes them to their actual colors, adds the 7th one. Adds Super. And normally the Chaos Emeralds are hidden within the stage itself. But this changes it so that they're at the ends of the bonus stages, which typically are just for getting 1-ups, because this is not an easy game. I didn't even get a 1-up. I was close. So you have a map of South Island, kind of. Not, like, particularly canonical, but... no. When does that matter? When have people paid attention to that? Skipping with bread. Now, of course, if SegaSonic's story is how I frame it out to be, that would mean that, for sure, Mighty and Ray could actually just be in this. But also, this is the 8-bit version, which means that, the story after this is different. I think we established that Sonic 2 8-bit takes place on South Island, and it has Tails in it. So Tails might as well be canon in this too. Knuckles, on the other hand, doesn't really have a story in 8-bit. He just kind of shows up, except he's sort of an imposter in Triple Trouble. Maybe he's also from South Island, because that is the home of the Chaos Emeralds in that version. Like, they need to be here. There we go. This boss is too high up for Sonic to hit. With flying characters, you can juggle on him, but in the Game Gear version, you could just hit him while he's in the air. Eventually, it would try to go down and shoot beams. Green Hill in Genesis version was too complex for the 8-bit version, so they had to put the bridges in their own stage. The bridge. Those arrow down boxes are checkpoints. Uh-oh. It's another quality of life thing they added, the air jump. You go off of the side of something. You can jump in midair to recover. I love Donkey Kong. Might be one of my favorite bonus stage themes. Just so upbeat. Kind of like the one from Sonic 3 for the Gumball bonus. Green Emerald. So Sonic 1 is one of the few Sonic games, the Genesis one, that doesn't have an auto-scroller. But this one sure did. We've got thrilling gameplay. Oh. Raised Glide also works differently than it does in, like, Mania. If you hit any direction other than the one you're holding, which you don't need to be holding one when you start using it, you will cancel out of it. You just have to keep pressing the A button, the jump button. There's not really an A button. Definitely can't cheese this level. Those mountains in the background. You can get the Chaos Emeralds way faster in this version, since it's 50 rings to get to the bonus stage. It was only 1 emerald per zone in the original. A little bit of pinball. Nice. And of course there were only 6 in the original, because there were only ever 6 in the 8-bit timeline. Not on top of just the standard Chaos Emeralds are 6 in Sonic 1. Missed that first hit. That's how you beat him. You don't beat him. What the remake version of this does, if you set it to remake mode, is it adds the levels that are missing from this version that were in the original version. So instead of jungle here, I would have gone to Marble Zone. I did not put it on because I don't particularly like those levels, so I don't think they add to anything. But also I am trying to present, like, the progression of the original one, to some degree. Oh boy. I don't know why I'm trying to be so careful. I could just, like, cheese most of this stage. Oh, you foolish child. Alright, collect rings again. But it's not enough. This isn't, like, a particularly exotic jungle either. This is more just like a tropical forest area. Alright, here's the hardest level of the stage. The hardest stage in the game. Because the kill plane is rising with that. With the screen. Even if, like, you can see ground, like there, you can still see ground. If you touch there, you will lose. Ray adds a level of comfort to this with his glide. Not as much as Tails' flight would. Alright, that's the hard part. Well, the first hard part. Nope. Okay. Thank you, air jump. I scored myself. No, it didn't count. Got me. So you can accidentally hit the checkpoint before you're on where it is, and it'll just, like, raise everything up to that. This is probably where I will start loving. So I'll try to recover where I was. Not a big difference in Adnix in these first few stages. They're mostly the ones you see in Green Hill for Genesis. Except the Rolly Crab one. It's usually in Spring Yard. Golden Bridge. Okay. Take this a little safe. Of course, taking it safe is not the easy way to do it. It's a challenge because we're normally Sonic. Reminder that all of these stages are designed for Sonic. For Sonic without a spin dash. reason I'm actually playing on the keyboard is just so the directions work more consistently. I was running into an issue where the analog pad on my GameCube doesn't work on this, just the D-pad. And I kept running into an issue where when I try to do down in a direction that's more to the right, it would continue to try and push me to the left. Anyway, as if I'm holding left. I couldn't tell you why. That was risky. I just realized something I should do. The 8-bit version? I think that's the 8-bit version. This is the first level where there's a distinct difference in stage presentation from the original. In this remake, they changed the color palette of Labyrinth Zone to match the Genesis version. They had a different one originally. There's rings. This is perhaps the reason it would have been better for me to do the remake version. I could have had all the Chaos Emeralds by now. And going super in this prevents you from drowning. What? No! Not do that again. It's actually a very cruel place to have that enemy because you encounter it with no rings. I'm pretty sure that in the original version... Thanks, sure. In the original version, anything that shoots at you would despawn by the time you are down here. So I don't know how you're supposed to get past it without damage boosting. I don't even remember, like, it'd been so long ago since I played and beat the original version. Maybe not even the original version, maybe just the Game Gear version. I'm not sure if my judgment that I prefer this over the Genesis version is accurate anymore. Jump. This is a little less... this isn't so much as cool as Labyrinth Zone is in the original. It's just... it controls way slower. And I'm gonna lose. It's That's just the longest countdown ever. I'll take that. There are 4 options you can get from the signpost. Normally it's going to be Eggman. Sometimes it will be whatever character you're playing as. Sometimes it'll be a ring, and if you have 50 rings or more, and you haven't gotten all the Chaos Emeralds in this version, it will be an exclamation point, which sends you to a bonus stage. Oh. Got over there fast. I got greedy. There we go. Get me out of this water house. Spring Yard would have been after Jungle before Labyrinth in the remake version. But, weirdly enough, the next after Labyrinth isn't Starlight in remake. It is still Scrap Brain, and Scrap Brain goes into Starlight before Skybase. Hate these flamethrowers. They are perhaps my least favorite thing in this game. They're worse in the next stage. Actually might not get all the Chaos Emeralds, I'm realizing. So I messed up the one stage. I'm pretty sure I did beat this before, it's just, my success hinged on being able to get one-ups from the bonus stages. You can't just, roll under these, you kind of feels like you should be able to. You have to let them stop. I hate that. You can't just, go by the sound, either. See if I can find the teleporter. The most direct path is up. There's a series of teleporters down there that can send you on a shortcut, or it can just get you that one up. Oh! That was extremely lucky. I don't know how that didn't hurt me. To get to this... Oh! Oof. I'm trying to keep these rings. I want that chaos emerald. I don't trust it. I can't see it at all. Sweet. Scrap Brain also had a different palette. Hey, plant. We're playing some old games, except this is a new remade version of an old game. Now I'll be unstoppable. Now I become Super Ray, which is my favorite Gundam, that weapon of mass destruction. And after you have that, it'll just give you a big ring. You don't need to do anything here. Like, I just passed the one thing that can hurt me. Mostly a maze. Let's go to Scrap Brain's helipad. Now this first part of Skybase maintains Scrap Brain's music. It's also the part of Skybase that the boss rush in Sonic 1 Forever is based on. Just won't fly through it. Yeah, that's some bad flashing too. Probably should warn about that. Like, the more solid the color of the screen gets too, the worse it feels on my eyes. Being able to fly makes that... Being able to fly while impervious makes that level trivial. Trying to keep rings in it to get, like, another emerald? Awful. And you just have, like, one segment that is actually a sky base. Normally there's no rings. There's these platforms that, like, Sonic can do to take a shortcut. Yeah, you can just do that. Normally you go up the ladder and around and you come down that chain. And it's very tedious because there's a slow-moving area where a spike wall is trying to get you, like at the beginning of SegaSonic when you're in the jail cell. And there's one of those bombs. Oh man, final boss, what are we gonna do? This isn't a terribly hard boss normally. You just have to, like, make sure you're not getting hit by the lightning. Man, 2 games in under an hour? That's wild. Like, the one story difference that was added onto this was the whole pollution thing, which you sort of get an idea of from the map, but, like, I think Genesis version equally tends to that, with if you get all the emeralds, the ending has a bunch of flowers blooming with you. Ray's playing the keyboard. I'm pretty sure if you beat Encore mode, which is probably too hard for me to do because you only have a maximum of 5 lives, you get the full band. I wonder what the other characters play. I mean, I could always check them just by... the save files aren't tied to a character. You can play whatever character, and I have multiple at the final stage. Yeah, that went by real fast. I'll show off Encore mode a little bit, because it's a little different from the Mania, but I'll probably play Mania for a bit now, after this. Try to dust the rust off my Ray speedrun. I mean, I'm guessing Sonic's probably on the guitar. I don't know if they gave Knuckles or Mighty the drums, though. Mighty kind of feels more like a bass guy to me. What would Tails have? I have no idea. I probably should have checked that out beforehand. Save it. That's weird. The window repositioned for me. Yeah, that's always something fun to figure out. Now, the thing about Encore mode is that it does count how many emeralds you have at that file. So you are able to just start off with Super. So probably I could beat it if I did that, but it is item boxes you get to switch between characters. You can go between the whole gang. But if you lose a life, you permanently lose that character. And Mighty actually has a pretty cool ability that I can show in this level. Ground Pound brings rings down. It also destroys enemies. Of course, I always need Ray if I can do this flight stick here. Yeah, that's all for that. I guess that ends the it doesn't matter part, though. I'm probably not going to include Mania in that VOD. But you know.